Learn to be happy by yourself. Do things that make you happy by yourself before you go looking for love. All right, y'all. So I went to the grocery store and there was just this super hot guy, and I got behind him in the line to check out, and I was trying to do little things to tell him hey, come up to me, come say what's up. Didn't work. But guys, what is something that women can do to let you know hey, can you come say what's up? Can you come over here and talk to me? What are some things so next time I know? Because I don't want to be too much.
A few moments later.
So it's been brought to my attention that men no longer want to come up to women anymore due to sex allegations, women being just so rude and disrespectful, and rejection. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know men didn't want to come up to women anymore. I'm barely finding this out. Why do women choose to cuss guys out when they come up to them and approach them? I have no idea. I apologize for that. But there's just too many fine men. And if it takes me, the women, having to come up to you guys and shooting my shot, saying what's up, being the big stepper, then I'll just have to do that. And I'm going to just start coming up to you guys and shooting out compliments and see where it takes me. So if I start coming up to y'all in the grocery store and I say, "Excuse me, sir, you are just so sexy," I want a response. Okay, I don't want none of that shy stuff.
Times are going to get really tough for a lot of women, and I'm going to explain why in this video. Now, first and foremost, she says, and I quote, "Learn to be by yourself before you go looking for love." We all know that women can't go without male attention. They cannot be alone. When women go through breakups and everything, they don't focus on themselves. They just hop to the next guy, the next pipe, the next dude, the next Tyrone, the next Chad. See, that type of woman, she wants a top-tier guy to approach her. The guys that are in the top 15 to 20%, the really good-looking guys. Because notice she says in the grocery store, the guy was fine. He was really attractive. He was really good-looking. He wasn't this, everyday guy that, probably doesn't get that many offers from women. So these women, imagine this. They want guys who are good-looking, who have options. They want those guys to just magically shoot their shot, to just notice them. Ladies, what makes you so special that you deserve a guy's attention? Just because you bat your eyes, just because you look at them for 2 seconds. I've had women look at me for a couple seconds and they turn their head, or they look at me from the side of their eye, like that's almost their choosing signal. Right? This is not the 1930s or 40s where you drop a handkerchief and the guy picks it up and says, "Oh, here, you dropped something," and you guys start a conversation. Ladies, you're going to have to put forth effort. Yes, you're going to have to be aggressive. Being passive aggressive and doing certain things and trying to get a guy's attention in the store or wherever because you think that's going to get a guy to approach you. No, you're going to have to put the pedal to the metal and make things happen. Because if you don't, you're going to be alone. This is what's going to happen. You're going to have to say hi. She's wondering, so what can I do to get this guy's attention to approach me? Just think about that. I want you guys to think about something. And it just blows my mind, to be honest with you. Imagine you as a man looking at a woman, finding her attractive, finding her sexy, very good looking. And you look at her and you get mad and frustrated because that woman doesn't talk to you, because that woman doesn't approach you and say, "Hi, my name is," and doesn't introduce herself. Just think about that. That's entitlement. That's delusion for wanting a certain person to come talk to you and approach you and introduce themselves and shoot their shot just because you exist, just because you look at them and bat your eyelashes and maybe show your chest off. And no. See, here's the thing, ladies. Most guys aren't willing to take rejection over and over and over again. Okay, men need some wins. So if you want guys to start interacting with you out and about in public, yes, you're going to have to start shooting your shot. If you think, "Oh, that's beneath me. I'm too good to approach a man." You too good to approach a man, but you want a boyfriend, you want a husband, you want a long-term companion, but you think that you're far too good to shoot your shot at someone you like, to tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, how's it going? I noticed you over there. My name is. That's easy. Because I guarantee you the vast majority of guys will be like, oh man, wait a minute, is this a prank? What's going on? Hi, what? They'll be happy. You'll make their day. But here's the thing, ladies, you're so used to being entitled and everything coming to you easy that you feel as though, man, approaching a guy, talking to a guy, shoot my shot as a woman, me, I can't do that. But you need a guy's resources. You need a guy's attention. You need a guy's stability. You need his protection. What does he need from you? Sex is not a need. Sex is a want and a desire. You can survive without sex. So ladies, what is it gonna be? Are you gonna continue to sit there and get mad and frustrated and make videos like this because certain guys aren't approaching you? And again, she's not talking about that bottom 80%, the average everyday guy. She's talking about that good-looking, fine, attractive dude that she's like, man, this guy, he looks so good. Okay, what do I do? What do you mean, what do? You say hi, introduce yourself, learn to have a conversation. Guys, I'm be honest, most of these women cannot have a conversation. This is why when you do approach them as a man, they kind of look at you like, they look at you, because most of them are actually extremely insecure. Most of these women, they can't hold a conversation. They have no real personality. They have no charisma. And this is why most of them play passive aggressive games, because they're not willing to do the work, and they're counting on us men to do all the work, to approach, to say the right things, to have the confidence, to have the charisma, to have the swag, to get the contact information, to set the date, to entertain her on the date, to do this on the date, to make the first move. They're counting on us to do everything because they're lazy creatures. And now it's coming back and it's biting them because they're getting older. I can look at that woman and look like she's about late 20s, maybe even 30s, to be honest with you. She's getting there. This is why, guys, that epiphany phase, I talked about it in previous videos, where she's 28, 30, approaching that wall, or either at the wall, and now she's like, man, how can I get a guy to approach me? I want attractive guys. Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna die alone? Are you gonna sit there frustrated? Because all that time it took her to make those videos about guys approaching her and learning how to love yourself, you could have been out there shooting your shot at guys. You have to do something. You can't, look, ladies, you can't just look at a guy for 3 seconds or even 2 seconds and then turn your head and expect him to approach you. Most guys, I'm gonna be honest, they're not picking up on that choosing signal. They're looking like, oh, okay, she looked at me, okay, now, all right. Because I'm gonna be honest, most dudes have shot their shot at women before. I said this before, a lot of guys aren't built for rejection countless times. That's actually not really productive and not really that good for most men's self-esteem, because they can't handle like that. So they shoot their shot at 2-3 women, maybe in 2 to 3 years or a year or so. And now they're like, you know what? It didn't work out, because they don't necessarily have a track record of getting success and having positive interactions with women. So yeah, men are actually getting fed up. Most men, even attractive men, they're like, I'm not going out of my way to approach women. Heck, there's been times where, you know, as a man, you look far better than that woman that you're approaching. You just know you're more in shape. You're a better top tier guy than the female that you're approaching. And then she still rejects you. And you're like, this chick is like average looking, like even sometimes below average. You're like, how can she reject me? This is how men feel. So welcome to the world of being a man, where you actually have to do some work, where we have the burden of performance. We have to put in effort if we want things to happen in life. So ladies, you're gonna have to do the same thing. If you want something in life, you can't sit around and be lazy, be passive aggressive, and wait on a man to shoot his shot all the time and approach you. And it's the thing, most of these chicks, they just want attention anyway. So if you happen to do approach them, they'll be like, and they turn you down and reject you, or they play silly games because they just want validation. See, we don't derive off validation and stringing women along and people along and playing games. We're direct, we're straightforward and forthcoming. We're honest. See, ladies, you're not honest. You lack good morals, matter of fact. So when you do approach a guy, we actually know, oh, damn, this is genuine, because she's making an effort. See, ladies, you're not used to making an effort for men. You want a guy to do everything because you think you're quote unquote attractive, because you put lip gloss on, look like she does. I mean, she just slapped it on there because you think that I deserve a guy to approach me. It's beneath me to approach a guy that I like. So you think you're better than him? What makes you think you're better than him? I'm asking you that, ladies. What? Because you're born a woman? What makes you think that? So why don't you shoot your shot? Why don't you say something? Looking at a guy for 2 to 3 seconds, or just going around him and acting like you're shopping. Because I have women do that to me a lot. They shoot their shot in the grocery store. This is how they do it. They act like they're shopping for something, or they'll wait behind you. It's wait till you move to act like they're looking for something. Or they'll follow you. You'll be in one aisle A, then they'll go to aisle C with you. Like, oh, I just saw that girl. They'll go to aisle D. They'll have no sort of game, no sort of mouthpiece, no way to really talk to men and get our attention. So what they do is they just kind of orbit us, and they expect us to say, hey, how's it going? And oftentimes when you do, I'm gonna be honest, 99 times out of 100, when you say, hey, what's up? And you think that she's give you a choosing signal, what'll happen is she'll be like, oh, I'm good, I'm fine. So ladies, what it'll be? Are you gonna approach? Are you gonna talk? Are you gonna do something? Because if not, you're gonna be alone. You're gonna be frustrated.